All right, team. Welcome back to Tron Trucking. We are currently in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Got the palms up there. Got the strip over here to the side. The Park MGM. The Aria. A couple different places. The Cosmo. But yeah, we're in Vegas right now. So, where are we going? Flip a coin, you know, heads Carolina, tails California, and maybe she'd fall for a boy from South Georgia. It's one of my favorite songs, Heads Carolina. But actually, we are headed to Atlanta, Georgia. So we're gonna pick up a load here. It's about 5.5 miles away here in Vegas. And yeah, pre-trip is done. And I can tell you guys about my little journey that I've had. Oh man, I was supposed to put the first one in. And we'll let this air up a little bit. We'll let it air up. So yeah, I am coming off of a 10-day vacation where my videos ended before. I was trying to get back to Vegas so I can park here and then fly to Dallas to catch my flight out of Dallas, to then fly to Puerto Rico to get on the cruise, to go on the cruise. So all of that did end up happening. It was not perfect. I swear I've never had traveling issues like this, but I'll get into that in a sec. We're gonna get aired up here. I promise I did do my pre-trip. I actually came back to the truck last night. Checked over the truck a bunch last night, checked it over again this morning, checked the trailer. Also wanted to make sure I ain't having no stowaways in the trailer too. I just forgot to air it up. But all in all, vacation was amazing. It was definitely needed. Definitely needed. But yeah, I actually like, so I'm currently at the Wild West Truck Plaza here in Vegas, and they only do monthly parking. So fortunately the company had to pay for a whole month, but at the same time, like, it's a safe, secure spot to park. And they know when you roll up in here whether you're supposed to be in here or not, because when I rolled up in here looking for a parking spot, they actually came out, the guy came out. But they got it all hooked up. We paid with Comdata check and all was good. But yeah, we're going to pick up a load here. It's about 5.5 miles away. Not too bad. And the total mileage on this trip is about 2,005 miles. But I really like this Wild West Truck Plaza. It was very easy to get parking. They only do monthly parking, so I understand that if like you're an owner operator, or you know, like me, you had a situation where you had to get parking and you wanted something secure. Very nice small truck stop, truck parking place. Let's see where this guy's going. Let's see if he's coming in here. No, he's not. I hope the GPS does what it's supposed to do. Been out of the truck for a, man, like what, 10 days now? Alright, well, where are you recalculating to? I know where you wanted to go. I couldn't get out the other way. I'm gonna get back used to talking to this thing. And it's actually working on the sound,
turn right.
Which that means she's gonna be extremely annoying. But yeah, that's Las Vegas Strip over there to the left. I see New York, New York. Couple other things. I do like the Sphere, man. The Sphere looks so nice here, especially at night, the way it's lit up, and you know, you never know what it's gonna give or what's going on. Let's get out of here.
turn left.
Okay, so a little bit about my trip. So I did get here to Vegas around, I can't remember what time, but I made it and my flight was like the next day, which was cool. So I got here, I was able to like go over to Walmart, get some last minute stuff for my trip. Adult Superstore? That was very, okay. This place right here. So I was able to get like everything I needed, like little last minute stuff for my trip that I needed. And then I went to the airport. I think I was supposed to leave at like 3 p.m. and my flight kept getting canceled, and never in my life have I had a flight be canceled. So I didn't know what to do. So I ended up calling my friend who used to work for American Airlines, and I was like, because I was flying with American, I was like, what do I do? Like you said, you hear about this all the time, but I've never had a flight canceled, so I don't know what to do. I'm over here sitting in like the Centurion Lounge, hanging out. Meanwhile, my flight's canceled, and I'm like running to the gate to try to figure out what do I do, and I see this long line. So anyway, end up squaring it away over the app. Ended up flying out the next morning at like 5 a.m. So I stayed in the lounge till they closed around midnight, and then just slept in the airport. Then flew out from there, got to Dallas. Now I'm getting to Dallas close to the time where I have to fly out of Dallas. So now I get there at around 11. I think my flight's at 2. Then that flight gets delayed to get to Puerto Rico. So then I get to Puerto Rico around 11 p.m. Get straight to the hotel. And I was finally relaxed once I got on the ship the next day. So the next day I got on the ship, and our debarkation time wasn't until 8 o'clock p.m. So that was different. This cruise was actually with Virgin. It was my first time going with Virgin, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you ever hear about Virgin, there's no children allowed. It's all adults. F them kids. There was a group of people on there with them shirts, F them kids. But no, in all seriously, like, it was just all adults, so you were able to not have to worry about, you know, little, oh, are there kids around? Gotta watch what I say and how I say it, and yada yada yada. But man, it was an amazing cruise. We left out of San Juan, went to the British Virgin Islands, St. Lucia, Antigua, Guadeloupe, and Barbados. It was amazing. I got to see like Whitney Houston's home, Eric Clapton's home in Antigua, Rihanna's childhood home where she grew up in Barbados, waterfalls, beautiful oceans, being on boats. It was a lot. And if you've never cruised with, or any cruise, I've always said you need 7 days. But when I went on Carnival, it was 7 days, but 3 islands. 3 days on there, and then the rest was days on the ship, out at sea. This cruise here, we stopped every single day. We had 1 day at sea, and that was the very last day. And when I tell you I was wore out from I loved it, but at the same time I was wore out completely, because every day you would get on the island from like 8 to 6, or you know, you're out exploring, which was amazing because you got to
Valley View Boulevard and then continue straight ahead.
Thank you. You got to truly explore the islands that you were on. So we had a group of about 20-something people, mostly military, retired military.
Straight ahead onto South Valley View Boulevard.
Why do I get the jacked up lane? Jesus.
After 1 mile, turn left.
Well, I'm kind of committed to this lane already. But yeah, so that gas station doesn't have anything over it. It's hot. So yeah, we had a group of about 20, and one of the things I liked about I should probably do like a review about Virgin Cruise, because it was amazing. And one of the things I really liked about it was you didn't have like the dinner hall that I was used to from the Carnival cruise, where you went to every night and then you had to book a restaurant. On Virgin, you actually reserve the restaurants, different restaurants every night. There's no dinner hall, and you kind of have that choice of what you want to do. So ours was kind of picked out by the guys who booked the cruise, and we're all as a group. So we went to a different restaurant every night, different shows. It was amazing. I'm gonna post a bunch of the pictures, maybe like at the end, and just show all the fun that we had out there. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Half a mile, turn left.
And then like getting home was another big adventure. Going from, you know, sea level, flying into Dallas, flight the next day to back to Vegas. It's been a lot.
Left onto West Sunset Road.
And like out of everybody on the cruise, I'm like the last one to like get home. Back into the truck, and I was like so excited to be back in the truck. And I don't know if I'm gonna make this light, but I'm gonna creep up here. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're making it. We're making it. Go ahead, Mustang.
After a quarter of a mile, keep left onto West Sunset Road.
Alright. So yeah, like I was the last one to get like home, like back into the truck, and I feel at peace when I'm in the truck. I'm just happy to be back in the truck. And then like one of the part of the adventures is I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know if I was leaving this morning. It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, you know, I had a lot of time to, you know, just prepare myself mentally for my trip. And
2.5 miles.
Yeah, overall, I'm kind of excited to get started. So we're gonna pick up this load. We're gonna get live loaded here in Vegas, and then we're about 3 miles out from where we're going. I was making sure my truck was picking up the cameras. It's a good shot of the, you see the Luxor, Mandalay Bay. I think we're on the back side of the airport. Or we're gonna be. Yep, we're on the back side of the airport, which is good. So with this load going to Georgia, I mean, from where I'm at right now, that's a broker load, so you never know. I would prefer it if it was a lighter load, but we don't really have much to deal with as far as like terrain. So even if I did have a heavier load, I feel that it'll be perfectly, we're gonna get over here. I feel that it'll be perfectly fine, mainly because of the route that I'm gonna be taking. Oh, there's the sphere. You can barely see it. It got something going on. It's like right at the corner, right under the stratosphere. It's crazy because the sphere, you have to see it from, I don't know, my north, south, east, west or whatever, but basically the airport side. Because if you're on the highway and you're on the other side of the strip, excuse me, you can't, it's blocked. But if you're on this side of the strip towards more of the desert, it's got an unobstructed view. I would just like it if they were to, if it were raised off the ground to compete with everything around it a little bit more. But man, I had a great trip. I'm so excited. Like, it was a birthday thing, and I feel like every Pisces this year went on like a birthday adventure, excursion, vacation, get away from home. 2024 was the year for Pisces to like get out and do something. So if you're a Pisces and you got out and you did something this year, let me know in the comments like what you did, because I'm blown away. I didn't really expect this cruise to be as fun as it was, but I am thoroughly excited. So let's see, about 1.5 miles away. right to a stop. I will say this though, I left out of here American Airlines. I flew Spirit due to the time frame that I had to get to Puerto Rico. It was much cheaper. And, you know, I have nothing against Spirit. It is a cheaper airline. Like, I mean, it's a plane, it's gonna get there. It was fine, I felt safe. You know, we didn't have all those issues like United Airlines was having and stuff like that. But there's these, like, okay, when you're sitting in the airport seat, I mean, airplane seat, normally you have like the little armrest that raises up. Well, Spirits, they're like, it's like a wall there where your tray will be set, and there's no like little extra room for if you had larger hips or anything that you could kind of like squeeze through. And so I was fine. I'm relatively tiny, but you know, if you got some real hips, like this lady that was sitting on the outside of us, you know, beautiful woman, but you know, she got in that seat, she was like, this was not made for me. I was like, I'm so sorry, it's gonna be a long 2 hours. But you know, she was just like, wow, like we were both saying the same thing, like you're stuck through the bottom of the seat the way it is. All right, quarter of a mile, and then I got about a mile to go. What was that? I didn't even, oh, it's Transformer, it's Bumblebee. Yo, Bumblebee was sitting there. I knew it was something when I saw the first one, like Optimus Prime, and I was like, what in the world is that? Oh, there's Air Force One. Yo, there's Air Force One. I'm gonna turn the camera and, well, no, I can, there is, we are cruising right next to Air Force One. Is it the president? Is it the vice president? All right, guys. Air Force One is in Las Vegas. Huh. Pretty cool. Wonder where they're going. And there are like security vehicles everywhere. Pretty awesome. All right, we're gonna be making this right onto Paradise Road. Oh, it's kind of tight. It's kind of tight. All right, people. Let me hug. Let me hug. Ah, we made it. We made it. I was not quite prepared for that turn, but we made it. All right, Kelly Johnson, we got 0.3 miles, and we're gonna be making a right onto Pilot Road. All right, it's gonna be right here. All right, it's a wide enough turn. We're looking like Ventriv or 845 Pilot Road. Ventriv something another. All right, let's see. I believe it's on the left. Oh, it's this building right here, but we gotta find the truck entrance. Veritriv? I know it said it was gonna be office supplies. I think this is right. There is a gate here. All right, let's zoom up in here. Please check in before proceeding through gate. All right, let's go check in. All right, guys, so we picked up that load and got a couple of warnings. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best route to take. This load is 40,009 pounds. So interesting. But yeah, it's 40,000 pounds. I got to go get this weighed. So we're going to be looking for the nearest truck stop, which
now turn right.
I should have done.
After half a mile, turn right.
So yeah, there is a truck stop coming up. Roughly 20 minutes away, 20 miles. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna get this thing weighed. Whoa, the seat's going way too high. And then hopefully get out of here at Vegas. I'm trying to figure out which route. I see that there's like weather warnings. I gotta double check everything. Whether I wanna go drop down through Phoenix and then go through Texas. I really do not wanna go through Oklahoma.
After 1,000 feet, turn
But
right
once
onto
I
East
get
Lawrence
to this
Road.
truck stop, I will relook at everything and figure out what's the best course of action to take. How much does it add to my trip to go down to 10, go through Texas, that route.
Now turn right.
But we'll figure something out. The load doesn't feel like it's extremely heavy, so we shall see. Once I get on the highway, we'll then go back and check in again once we get to the scale, see what our weight is currently at, and then we just got to get out of Vegas. It is 2:43 in the afternoon. Traffic's already piled up on the other side. Yeah, it's time to get out of here. But the reason why I didn't film anything was because initially I didn't know if I was going to get loaded, because the guy was saying that the load wasn't supposed to go till tomorrow, but I got the load for today. So there was a disconnect there, so I had to talk to the dispatch, and they were saying no, it's today. And then I finally got an order, the correct pickup number from dispatch that they were looking for, that the company here was looking for. And so as long as those matched up, he was like, hey, I'll load you today, which is good because I'm seeing that I don't deliver until, you gotta get over one more. I don't deliver until the 22nd. It's the 19th, so got plenty enough time to get there. What is that sound? Oh, it's the grooves in the road. Man, that was scaring me. But yeah, I will pick up back with you guys once we get to the scale. Alright, I'm gonna take my foot off the brake once the truck stops wobbling. Trailer license number. Way of the truck. I'm only 46,000 pounds? I know this load did not feel heavy. if it's I don't know how to describe it. Maybe once I get to Atlanta, I can actually take some photos and videos of how it's spread out. It's essentially all the way to the back of the trailer. This is the first load that I had to provide straps for, which is fine. I have a plethora of straps. See if this car is gonna let me in. He's gonna let me in. But yeah, I had to provide just a strap to keep it from moving in the event that, you know, freight shifted and I was opening the door. So he was like, yeah, go ahead and put a strap back there. So cool. He helped me put the strap on. He helped me put the straps onto the back of the truck. And then yeah, we're good to go. So the next stop is about 40 minutes. I'm gonna get fuel, and then I will drive for the next 10 hours or so, get to El Paso. I did decide to take the route down through El Paso, go through Texas to avoid Oklahoma. Me and Oklahoma do not get along, but I do have 3 days to make it to Atlanta. Should be able to do that with no issue. And I get back onto routes that I'm more comfortable with and states that I'm more comfortable with. Texas, Arkansas, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I will get back with you guys once we hit the Hoover Dam. That's the next location.